It feels like a page champ, doesn't it? Like some of the mages that he's willing to pull out like Vizier.
Yeah.
I can't say, bro. Sure, like Renekton mid, but it's like sure, but also Galio could just be made not to play the game here. As barrier comes through, just to stop some of the trade damage.
Yeah, I mean, the rebuttal doesn't do anything here, and Missing is just dead. Has dinged level 3 and decided that he wants to take down Missing. No, it's not just Arla.
Flash.
I don't know that that's going to be enough here, Jamada. He is under the turret. He is exhausted now. A TP's coming through, but he is just dead. Kill goes over to Arla, and Light, unfortunately, kind of left to be fending for himself.
We've got to get... Yo, Bree.
He's stopping recalls. He's stopping recalls. And you know what? He's done a successful job on one aspect, as Jun is able to have to walk the long way back. And now Xiaohu ready with Flash, looking to try and taunt his way in. Gets Arla, gets Jun as well. And it's another kill for the set support. 2-0 on the set. And now with Equalizer up, it's clearing the wave, baby.
Yeah, clear the wave. Good job. I mean,
JDG in a pretty comfortable position to take this straight. Good time to remind and to maybe look a little bit at the win conditions for both of these two teams. The Equalizer and second dragon of the game looks to be started up by Weibo. Now, again, you have to imagine that if JDG wanted to counter for a dragon, so much more worthwhile if you are Weibo in this situation. As Jun finds Breathe and is immediately flashing on top of him, scouts in tandem, and the hook pulls him right back in. Explosive charge takes down the Rumble.
Yeah, Bree will fill this one up, and they'll be 1 kill away from securing feats of strength overall.
Arla will respond with first turret down on that bot.
They randomly screwed up the ratio on Galio, so going full AP, like every tick was more or less doing like the damage it would do when it would hit you. Okay.
He's just not able to move. Scout finally gets the rocket jump away, but there's a killer instinct into the backline, and Light not actually able to find it, as now called the Forge God gets interrupted. Arla airballs on that one, and now he's just about able to walk out to safety as Tien comes forward, takes down Missing, and now Arla left under the turret in a 5 versus 1 situation. His odds aren't looking too good for this one.
Yep, he's dead. Tower goes down as well, and feats were secured for Weibo. Oh man, I mean, that was a huge set of kills. Thankfully for JDG, Paze was able to answer out on that tier 1, but Weibo can go further, right? Because of the amount of kills they got and where Shun was positioned on the map when this player was going down. They didn't pick up the tier 2, but this overreach potentially is now leading to teleports, and Scout is here on the flank.
Yeah, he's looking for one, and there's a really deep TP in here from Xiaohu as he finds one quick taunt. Tien looks for Scout, but doesn't quite find him, and with the TP in from Xiaohu to bail his team out, they get tier 2 turret on the top. They're still hunting.
He's in that much danger.
Well, he is probably just fine. It's Erha maybe who's going to be left and sacrificed. However, his team are here. Tien was sniffing around the entire time, comes back in to try and help out. Cyclone onto Jun as he just takes down the Neferi without any real recompense. Now another killer instinct into the backline as Light finds Paze, flashes over the wall, double kill for the Kai'Sa.
Rude. I think that whole sequence might have just broken JDG.
Yep.
They lose out on that play so hard on the top side. That just felt like a tilt play. Through and through, just looking for something, just hungry for a play. Dragon's up, you know, like, go get set up over there. Make the life of Weibo difficult to play around that instead. Via the vision, they just weren't able to do it, and now they're losing out more than ever. Still
not done. They've taken down the tier 2 turret with the Rift Herald, and Arla maybe one more auto attack away from safety, as now Scout's trying to break Tien free from that Rift Herald. He jumps forward, and honestly wouldn't have been too surprised if they actually tried to re-engage, because you've got no jump, you've got no reason being there, and now Light is going to tear you to shreds as well. Facebreaker pulls down one. Jun still dashing forward, gets knocked up by the Justice Punch, gets taken down. A Golden Eclipse is going to find one, but it's a double kill, triple kill already for Light, as Weibo is still sieging forward. Pei's finally able to take down the Kai'Sa, and Xiaohu might be able to get a response. But this is just JDG throwing themselves at Weibo and getting nothing for it. Xiaohu finds the kill onto Pei's, flashes out as well. Absolute disaster for Jindong Gaming. Does get caught by a snare and it, stops the Penta in its tracks. Maybe would have been able to space out Arla, but there is a dragon. I won't call it a fight going down because Weibo did just take it relatively uncontested, and they're only up 3,000 gold, which in the grand scheme of things feels like they could have been up way more or should have been up way more. As Weibo now on the Atacant as well. There's Erha with the engage. There's the follow-up, and there's the dive that we've been looking for. Weibo saving no prisoners down on the bot side, but a Call the Forge God might give Scout a bit of a free time to try and wreak havoc. But everybody's alive. They're using their HP as a resource, and JDG have no tools to cut through all of it. And Breathe flashes over, insult to injury, and Tien, Nimbus strikes the ace, and Weibo find 5.
Yeah, you know what? Fair play. At least Weibo are trying to make this game for a fast one, or rather, maybe I should be thanking JDG for the decisions going on right now. Hakan secured, more towers, Baron's up in 3 minutes.
Broadcast because Weibo were waiting for the Baron. Fortunately, I'm taking the reins back. Baron is spawned and Weibo are straight to it. JDG, they obviously don't want to give this up, but it's already pretty much dead. Arla tries to call the Forge God, gets it, and sacrifices his life. He did just throw himself into the back line and made sure that Jun couldn't get in. But they did get the Baron.
Though, it was making me believe that very poorly, I'm sure. He's laning, and this is like old seasons. Xiao's probably going to like do some cool stuff and get out. Fantastic, good job.
Exactly.
LPL go, hold on.
And now Tien wants to go forward. Light wants to go forward as well, and he's pretty isolated to begin with. But the damage just isn't there. Scout jumps out to the waiting arms of a Flame Spitter, and it's once again an absolute slaughter. 3 for nothing. Make it 4 as Pays goes down as well. He will rebuttal absolutely nothing. And Arla farms a wave in the mid lane to get himself a little bit more gold as Weibo charge through the top side with Baron.
Yeah, I mean, this should be it. The writing has been on the wall for the last 10 minutes. We've kind of been waiting for the inevitable to play out. And JDG have, frankly, sprinted themselves into their coffin here for game number 4.
Yeah. I mean, with this Baron and with this massive gold lead, I don't know that they're going to need the Baron necessarily to close out this game. It might be a little bit of a boost for them. They've only got 20 seconds left on it, and you can see Erha circling the JDG bot tier 2 right now, and with one final wave about being cleared out, it's going to be their final effort with the Baron to take this tier 2 turret, but something tells me that they're going to be quite confident to take it even up against no Baron.
Oh, excuse me. Sorry. Very unprofessional. I have a sneeze that's like trying to
perfect.
Go.
No, that's
and we're not in person, so I can't even signal you like, yo, keep talking.
Where JDG are still stronger. Scout has got a 1,000 gold lead over his counterpart, but I mean, you're comparing that to a almost full build Kaiser and Missing, who's just, oh dear, had an absolute disaster. Flashed out and then hooked his way right back into death. Baron spawned up, and that is probably just handed over now to Weibo, and Erha sat on a pink ward, but probably gets spotted out by the lane ward that JDG have got down. He's looking to try and make more of this than just the Baron. Flash is on top of Pays, who does manage to escape over one wall, only to be met by Winds of War, Equalizer, and everything else that Weibo can throw at him. JDG are crumbling in the mid lane, and Weibo are going to send us all the way to game number 5. They do not need the Baron. They do not need to take that fight. They do it for the fun of the game, Jamada, to destroy JDG in their face.
Bit of a mental breakup. For the love of the game, is how we say it. And first Nexus Tower's about to fall. They're going for the full-on dive. There goes Arla. Missing next on the menu. And shouldn't. I mean, he could try and survive.
The minion. Yeah. He did what he could. He cleared the wave, but the Nexus turrets are going to fall. Weibo Gaming bounce back again in game number 4. Queue up Silver Scrapes. We're going to game 5.
Game 5.